How to care for dogs on their period at home. House train your dog. When bringing a new puppy or adult dog into your house, one of the first things to accomplish is teaching them to relieve themselves outside, instead of indoors. Dogs of any age can be trained with the proper guidance. Until trained, there are a few rules to follow that will help with the process. Limit the areas your dog has access to so that they can be watched closely for signs that they are about to go and can be immediately taken out. Establish a schedule for taking them out that includes, first thing in the morning, after meal times, anytime you come home, and just before bedtime. Puppies will need to go out more frequently when younger and as a rule can hold their urine for an hour for every month old that they are. Keeping your dog on a leash, even when indoors, will allow you to monitor them more closely until they were trained. Also, when taking them outside, keep them on a leash so you can teach them to go in a specific location and to be sure that you know when they have gone. You can use the words such as go to teach them to go in a specific location. If you catch them starting to go inside, tell him no, take them outside, and tell them to go. Always praise them when they go where they should. If they have an accident in the house, be sure to clean the area thoroughly to help prevent them from wanting to go in the same place again. Never spank or scold a dog for going inside. The dog will only learn to fear you. Crate train your dog. This will give your dog a place where they feel safe and content when you are not home, and this is another popular option to prevent accidents. With this method, try to make the crate a fun place by giving a treat or toy and limit the amount of time that they spend in the crate to less than 4 hours at any one time, much less for younger puppies. When taking them out of the crate, immediately take them outside to their spot and don't forget to praise them when they go. Teach your dog to play nicely. Dogs are generally good-natured and most play well with children. Still, some like to bite and scratch a little too hard while they play, so it's important to train them how to play nicely. Reward your dog for playing gently and ignore it when it starts to bite. Eventually he or she will learn that it's more fun to be gentle. Teach your dog not to bark too much. Barking is a normal activity for dogs and is one form of their communication, but too much barking is a common and annoying action that many dog owners want to correct. There are many different types of barking and some require very specific actions to try to curb the problem. This is usually a slow and gradual process that also requires a lot of patience. There are some general guidelines for teaching your dog not to bark at every little thing. Identifying factors that cause them to bark and then eliminating them, such as closing the blinds or putting them in an area where they can't see what they are barking at, is a good first step. When they don't stop barking, place them in a quiet room or their crate, with no stimulation, and allow them to calm down. Reward them as soon as they stop. A natural instinct is to yell at your dog for barking, but that can make them think that you are barking with them. If your dog is a compulsive barker, try increasing exercise and play times. Dogs that bark for attention should be ignored and never rewarded until the barking stops. This can be a difficult issue to correct and may require the help of a trained behaviorist or trainer. Bark collars should only be used after consulting with a trained professional. Teach your dog a few commands and tricks. Basic commands, such as sit, stay, and come, are helpful ways to keep your dog safe by helping to prevent them from straying too far and getting lost when off-leash outdoors. These also help to teach your dog their place in your relationship and to help them to bond more firmly with you. Other commands provide a fun way for you and your dog to interact and play. You can teach your dog to sit, teach your dog to come, teach your dog to stay, teach your dog to lie down, and teach your dog to roll over.